blows your hair back, baby? Studio.
International Women's Appreciation Month. And the woman that we chose to appreciate, I would say no other than Opha May Johnson from the United States Marine Corps. She was the first female of the Marine Corps. Her name was Opha May Johnson. It's burned into my brain because in boot camp they would scream that into my head. And that's all I remember that knowledge from. And so our appreciation, Luke, for this month goes out to the Marine Corps and Opha May Johnson. And we just want to pass that on and let the people know how much we care.
We appreciate all women, and we're highlighting Miss Johnson.
Yeah, so it's Opha, O-P-H-A May Johnson, was the first known woman to enlist in the Marines. She joined the Marine Corps Reserves in August 13, 1918, during the involvement of World War I, officially becoming the first female Marine, and then until the end of World War I, 305 women enlisted in the Marines. So that tells you, gentlemen, she was one of the pillars for the starting women in the Marine Corps. From there on September 11, 1918, she received the appointment of sergeant while assisting in coordination and the recruitment drives of the Marine Corps Reserve. So she was a recruiter. So she was more on the admin side. She did a lot on the reserve side. By January 1919, she remained one of the only female reservists working in the quartermaster. So that's a little fun fact about Mrs. Johnson and the United States Marine Corps. Following that is the Marine Corps also has 0311th Day, which is March 11th. 0311th
That's my mom's birthday. Shout out Susan Hernandez.
Shout out to Luke's mom's birthday, Mrs. Hernandez. I'm a 0311. That's an infantry grunt. And we have our own day. So shout out to 0311s, United States Marine Corps. I was one of those. And the 11th was that day. Moving on from the United States Marine Corps talk, baby. Do we talk about Earth Day? Earth Day. Earth Day's a great day. Earth Day's a green day. That's all I got to say about Earth Day. Guys, just appreciate the earth.
Plant something.
Don't litter.
Plant something and get some
Go
fertilizer so it grows good.
And buy some fertilizer from Chicago Fabrication for Standish Million. Like and subscribe in the link above. All right. March fights coming up. Are there any fights we got to talk about?
We need
Luke?
to talk about Anthony Joshua knocking out Francis Ngannou.
Spill the beans.
If you did, that was
Who
on
we talking
Friday.
about? Anthony Joshua doing what?
Knocking out Francis Ngannou in Saudi Arabia on Friday. He really kind of restored some, I want to say, honor to the heavyweight division of boxers. You know, after Tyson Fury fought Ngannou and it didn't look so good. Not that Tyson Fury's not a great boxer, but Anthony Joshua went in there and put that man down. Francis Ngannou, tough dude, but he came out of the MMA world as an established fighter, really went toe-to-toe with Fury, and then Joshua went in there and put him down in the second round. Hard. The great right hand. Teed him up, put him down. Ngannou didn't even know what hit him, and it kind of, showing the door like, MMA guys, stay over there. Don't come into the squared circle. If you do, you got to be aware of a heavy hitter like Joshua. But I also know, I think they said Ngannou collectively made $800,000 in the UFC after 20 fights, and he made $20 million for that one fight.
Damn.
So I cannot blame Mr. Ngannou for having the courage and the balls to get in there. God bless him. He's a great fighter.
It's a money
and a good man. And then the other big thing, I mean, if you didn't know that they announced, is that we got Jake Paul fighting Mike Tyson. What the frudgicles?
Oh, my God, dude. Oh, all right. I'm glad you brought that up. I forgot about Mike Tyson.
On Netflix.
You know, me and you both watched that opening video, and we laughed our
it was a
ass
great
off.
parody
I
thing.
mean, they sold it right. When we're like, oh, I'm fighting Mike Tyson. And then, like, the way
he recreated all his classic interviews where Mike says things that shouldn't probably be said on interview. And it's pretty funny.
But Mike Tyson hasn't been doing any advertising for it. He just kind of signed the something pretty. But what is it? How's that go? He signed the shirt. He signed Mike Tyson
Signed
with
the
the shirt
paper.
on. Because Mike Tyson has that famous line, sign the contract.
Sign the contract.
Sign the contract.
Sign the contract, Jakey.
Sign the contract, Jakey. And he signed it. And the rules already changed. They went to headgear to no headgear. Oh, yeah.
Did they?
The rules are going back and forth.
It's going to be in Texas in Arlington Stadium. Probably going to be a sellout crowd, like I said, on
Well,
first
no,
live.
it's Netflix. It ain't a sell. It's everyone gets to watch free. Yeah, sell.
But
you
I'm
gotta pay
saying
to see
at,
there.
at Cowboys Stadium, and then they're going to be on Netflix, first ever live sporting event.
I know.
So that's kind of historic.
I know.
Jake Paul looked really good in the fight in Puerto Rico 2 weeks ago. He put that guy down in one round.
He did. Good job, Jake. Yeah, you look good.
Skills.
Jake Paul looked good there.
Yeah, she showcased
I mean, the guy was
his
a
one
slug,
punch
whatever,
power.
dude. He fought. I mean, he moved well.
Mike
He's
will be
improved.
58 when he enters the ring for that fight. I think Jake's more around 30 now.
Mike Tyson will be 58. Jake Paul's not around 30. He's like 26, 27.
27. Okay. So
Brother's not even 30, so it's a big age gap. He's actually in his like pristine, tough prime.
they do say in boxing, this is one of those things, the power is the last thing
Dude,
to
why
go.
is everyone forgetting that Mike Tyson got his ass whooped by a nobody 15 years ago and was embarrassed about it?
And Mike has turned into more of like almost like a philosopher. He's lost
dude,
that.
yeah.
I don't want to say lost, but he left behind that vicious killer.
But he buried him. When he buried him, he tucked him away. He's about to bring him back.
We'll see if he's able to
Bring him back.
dig that guy out the grave. And, I don't know what's going to happen, man. As much as I'm going to watch. That's all. We got
Hardcore Bangers. Got it. Go ahead and give that promotion shout out.
Shout out Howard Warbangers. We will be live on 420 at the event at Cicero Stadium, same place as the Golden Gloves. They will have amateur fights during the day and leading up to professional fights that evening. We'll be commentating, doing all the ringside media, interviewing fighters. It's going to be a really great day for all of Chicago boxing. I'm excited for everybody who's going to be there. And if you are in the Chicago area and haven't been to a live event, this is the one to go to.
Well, you know his fight. There's also a really good fight on.
Haney and Garcia are also scheduled to fight that night. Devin Haney versus Ryan Garcia. And if you haven't been watching it, they've been hyping the heck out of that. Haney looks composed, ready to go. Garcia's kind of gone off it seems like he's gone off the deep end. He's fighting that he's not.
Who knows that's even him, though?
We don't know if
People
it's
take
promotion.
Social media over now.
It's mind-boggling, but I am excited for that freaking fight.
Me too. I thought we were gonna. If you go back on our podcast, I thought we were gonna wait 5 years to see that, but we're not. But we are not. Okay. News just in. Wow. 2 Peregrine Falcons are watching over their nest in Chicago downtown. Guys, we got hawks. We got Peregrine hawks in Chicago. We got owls in Chicago, and they are downtown swiping in and taking rats, coming in with their claws,
the fuck is he talking
dropping in
about?
on rats, dropping on pigeons, and I don't even think no one even knows this is going on. Crazy story.
Birds of prey, bops.
Birds of prey. How do you know this? I was I had my back door open, and a big ass falcon came flying in, and I couldn't get him out. He lived in here for a week, and I did my research, and it was a peregrine. Am I pronouncing this right? Peregrine falcons.
Peregrine.
Peregrine. I struggle on pronunciation words sometimes, guys. Feel bad for me, please. Anyways, there's 2 falcons watching their nest. They're down there. Beware. They're protecting their babies. The word on the street is they are at 100 South Wacker Drive. The birds had made a nest, and they're on the 7th floor window ledge. And we actually walked in this building years ago, so we used to be able to see the birds actually nesting outside. And commuter Matt Bach said he just wants to make sure he don't get attacked. Okay, Matt. Like it's all about you getting you attacked. You're worrying about some falcons, man. Crybaby bitch, man. Fun fact aside from the Falcons, Chicago's home. Hey, have you bringing up the Falcons over there, Sophia?
Yes.
Okay.
How big are these mother lovers?
They're decent. They're like size of a chicken.
Okay.
Size of a chicken is a good word for it. Oh, funny story. I had chickens at Chicago Fad's old building. Falcon came down, broke one's neck. Wham! Thumped it. Crazy. So yeah, they'll kill your chickens. They kill birds. They're out there. They're out there like crazy. Chicago is home to 8 different kinds of owls. Owls are found everywhere from the local forest preserves to all the way downtown, posted up. Some of these owls, what makes these creatures go at night and tick? What do they eat? Where are they? Why are they here? And where do you find them? Well, why don't you join the Chicago? Oh man, it's a hard word. Ornithological Society of the Ford Environmental Center. take away the deep dive into Chicago's many owls. Ooh, 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 ooh. Does anyone notice my sweet trumpinator on my desk?
I see him right there.
Trump 2024, baby. Woo! God, we need that change. We need that change. We need that. Everybody's lying out there if they say they haven't took a stomach punch this year or the past 3 years. Any businessman out there has gotta just took a stomach punch and felt it and is blaming goddamn Biden right now and just think Trump can help it out because everything he's saying makes total sense. Hell, moving on. It's not uncommon that, all the winners like Trump, Patrick Bet-David, Elon Musk, all these guys have all these great plans and they make these great strategies and they execute them and they win. It's not uncommon, so we should probably follow suit, Luke.
Yeah.
Okay. Do I go into a motivational thing about being the 1%, just showing up like all the pieces of shit out there don't? Or should we just talk about all the women out there bragging about their online therapy? Where should we go, Luke?
I'll go with A, please. That is the motivation.
All right, well, tell me what you got to say about A.
What? Bring that
So what's
back
the new hard knowledge on the
1%?
1%, just showing up? If you just show up these days, you don't even gotta know how to read. If you show up to the spelling bee and just sit in the line, 3 people are gonna drop out just because of scaredness.
Reliability is a quality that if you have that and you show up, I think you.
Luke, you have that.
You're gonna outdo
Luke
a lot of
has
people
it.
out there.
You
Show up
possess
for
it.
yourself. Show up for those that you work with. And you're gonna
Yeah,
make
show
shit
up.
happen. If you don't show up, you're not gonna make stuff
You're
happen.
not gonna make anything happen.
So, I mean,
And when you tell your buddy you're gonna show up to help him fix his weed whacker on Saturday, I know there's no responsibility, there's nothing to it. But if you don't show up, you're the boy who cried wolf. And you don't show up twice, 3 times, you're losing a friend. And you're setting yourself up for that because you're just not showing up for simple things that you think's not a big deal, and you sign up for them, but really you lose the integrity value of your whole man word. Would you agree?
I would agree with that 100%.
So it starts with the simple shit. Helping your buddies show up. If you're going to come to the poker party on Friday, come to the poker party.
If you're gonna come to the podcast,
If you're going to come to the podcast,
Come
show
to the
up on time.
podcast.
You can say you'll be there at 8, be there at 7:30. Impress somebody. Man, that
It will,
shit never gets old. That shit never gets old.
no.
So he wanted to talk about A. I guess he wanted to talk about B, about all the therapeutic women online.
I'm not exactly sure what he's alluding to, but I guess let's go ahead and dive in, Tyler.
And this is Tyler Michek with Chicago Fabrications coming in hot. If you guys haven't
take.
bought your spring grass seeds or fertilizers or anything spring related, go ahead and reach out to Chicago Fabrications. We carry that fertilizer for you. And if you need a little bit more intense product, like some grass seeds and some harder, intense fertilizers, I don't want to go into all the detail of them, reach out to Standish Milling. Parent company of mine. My father owns it. Shout out Jim Michek. And those guys will take care of you and all my brothers in Standish, Michigan. I'm Tyler with Whatever Blows Your Hair Back, and we are tuning in with you live at the studio. If you guys are just tuning in, we got Luke here. We talked about all of his fighting that he has done. We got Sophia on the sticks. We talked about where to get your farm supplies, your early spring supplies. We talked about the up fights coming up. What else did we talk about? We talked about the Falcons and the Owls in Chicago and how important they are.
St. Patrick's Day.
We talked about St. Patty's Day coming up.
We need a rock climber here at the studio. We have an excellent, beautiful, unique rock climbing wall that needs somebody to come and just embrace it, and they can make
Rock
it
wall,
there.
baby. We
All
need
the
climbers.
stuff's here.
We need climbers, that upper body strength to climb the rock. We have a state-of-the-art rock wall, 30 feet tall up here, pretty big. If any rock wall climber wants to be active, they just can be here and show up every Tuesday and Thursday, join our workout session. They can bring a partner and train too. We want
Rock
them a
climb
partner.
and podcast.
Rock climb and podcast. Rock climb. Okay, I see where you're going with that. He wants me to make a rock climbing song to attract the rock climber.
Yes.
I'm gonna
Yes,
get
please.
into the studio and make some more tracks. If you haven't heard my tracks on Spotify, I got some Sweet Mafia tracks all the way back from Valentine's Day. I got some Christmas tracks.
Tommy Guns Blazing.
I got Tommy Guns Blazing. If you watch all of Luke's videos, they all start with Chicago Guns Blazing. That's me rapping that hotness. We make all our own tracks here in the studio for all our own videos. So if you guys tuning in, you guys should know that. Oh, you know what I want to talk about today? I want to talk about my brother's companies. I want to talk about how proud I am of my brothers. Tanner, Chase, Meachek. Let's talk about Chase Meachek's company. What's he got? He's got Green Mitten Farms, 5-year-old company. He's been working on his whole life. He's been a grower, worked and got his license, a big pillar in Standish, and he works real hard. And I just want to give him a shout out for that. And then lately he opened up his own dispensary called Highway 61. And they have the coolest products on there. And he carries products from his actual grow. So he grows his own product and distributes it to himself. It's
like farm to table.
Farm to table.
But farm to pipe or what?
Yeah, he's
paper,
got the whole,
whatever you want to call
what do
it.
they call it? Vertically integrated. He's vertically integrated in the
No middleman.
No middleman. For some of his products. He's got some other cool products in there, some of the smoking devices, some of the pins. I don't know all the name brands, but I know that you guys got to go check it out. It's on Highway 61 in Standish, Michigan. Check it out. Go in there, tell him you've seen the podcast. And if you're in there, check out the green table from Chicago Fabrication. We built a green table for his businesses, and it's St. Paddy's Day, and we're wearing green right now. Oh, my Lord.
It's a dope
A lot
table.
of greenness. Shout out to my little brother Tanner, who's always making real estate moves, big ones. He's got a multi-family he's working on right now, 7 units. He's got a couple units in the city of Standish. He's always working, developing. He's putting on the town, all the construction workers, the electricians, Jordan Ozier, Aaron Matt, all the builders in the community. He's working all those guys. So shout out to those guys working with his products on them. Tanner's, good job, Tan, man. You that big developer in Standish. So keep the hard work up. We see you out here.
Standish, stand up.
Standish, Michigan. We see you out here. Hey, keep it up. Sometimes they're not looking at you. Sometimes the people don't care. We're watching you. Keep on grinding. Keep on grinding. Someone sees it. Alrighty then. So I'm pretty sure we've been entertaining today, yet educational, have we not?
Indeed, we have.
We strive to be educational here at Whatever Blows Your Hair Back Studio, and entertaining as well. Well, it looks like we're coming to the end. To sum it all up, we already summed it all up. We talked about everything. We gave everyone a shout out. Is there any save rounds for anybody? Anyone got to say anything? Digital era? Is there a digital era? Did someone say digital era?
Gotti mentioned
Someone talked about the digital era
did.
coming up. I guess I don't know my facts on it, but there's a lot of digital.
God,
You know what? I don't know how to speak
information
on
on
that
that?
right now. If you don't got information to give it to me, I can't speak on it.
What happened when we went to UPS today? When we went to Menards?
Oh, shit. Yeah, me and Gotti today went to Menards and UPS. We didn't have to talk to one person, and they all watched us not talk to them. And they all pointed at the fucking self-scan and just watched us struggle. And eventually we figured it out and walked out. We're like, wow,
They do
man.
not help you in any of these home
They do
improvement
not
places
help
anymore.
you. And it was in digital tech, and we don't even ask them for help, and they're watching them lose their job. So yeah, good point on that. So you want to correlate that to the crisis going on out there. That's something to think about. That's something to think about. We're going to talk about that actually next week or 2 weeks in for our next podcast, which is going to be for Easter. And on Easter Sunday, we will have baby chicks. We will have bunnies. What? Yeah,
Live?
we are going to have baby chicks in here.
Baby chickens.
Yeah, we're going to start we're trying to get animals on the show because we know YouTube loves animals. We're bringing in baby chicks, some little bunnies hopping around, shitting on my desk. It's going to be funny. We're going to have the camera in here, beep, 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 have the chickens. So, yeah, tune in the next couple weeks, guys, for our next podcast, which is going to be for Easter Sunday. And, man, we had some cool outfits, and we're probably going to drop a couple tracks. So, tune it in to you live. I'm Tyler with Whatever Blows Your Hair Back. That's Luke with Whatever Blows Your Hair Back.
Introducing whatever blows your hair back, baby.